Welcome. So what I have here is 9 divided by x squared minus 6x plus 9 equals 3x divided by x squared minus 3x. All right. Now, when looking at this, a lot of times when solving rational equations, we see that we obviously know that we can apply cross multiplication because we have a ratio equal to another ratio, which we call proportion. So that's exactly what I'm going to do to solve this problem. Is I'm just going to cross multiply. All right. Now, before I, well, actually, I can even cross multiply, and let's kind of go through this. So if I cross multiply, I have 9 times x squared minus 3x equals 3x times x squared minus 6x plus 9. Now, you might say it'd be very obvious just to go and distribute and apply your distributive property. But I also notice I can factor these out, and I want to maybe see if I can simplify it, because we always like to simplify when we're dealing with rational expressions and equations, is to simplify and see if that might help us out at all. So inside this binomial, I can simplify this by factoring out an x. And when I factor out an x, I'm left with x minus 3. Here, this trinomial, that's a perfect square trinomial. So when I factor that out, I get x minus 3 times x minus 3. Now, the reason why you can see this is helpful because now I notice that they both share an x minus 3 on both sides, which if I divide by x minus 3 on both sides, these both divide to 1. Leave me now with an equation of 9x equals 3x times x minus 3. All right, now I can apply distributive property. So I get 9x equals 3x squared minus 9x. And now, since I have it's a quadratic, I need to make sure I can't just isolate my variable. I still have 3 x's, but I can get them all on the same side and set them equal to 0. So when I do that, I get 0 equals 3x squared minus 18. Now I can simplify this again by factoring out a 3, and I'm sorry, 18x, factoring out a 3x, and I'll be left with an x minus 6. Now I have a product equal to 0, so I can apply the zero product property. Okay, and by applying the zero product property, I say 3x equals 0, or x minus 6 equals 0. By solving for x, I get x equals 0, or x equals positive 6. But, however, it's very, very important for us to be able to take a look at our solutions and make sure that they can be solutions for our rational expression. If I plug in 6, I want to make sure that if I have 6 as my x, I'm not going to have 0 as a denominator, right? Because remember, when we have a solution for x, we have all the values of x except whatever makes our denominator equal to 0. So I plug in 6 in for these x's, and I'm not going to get 0 here. I plug 6 in for x, I'm not going to get 0 here. However, when I put a 0 in for x here, I'm going to get 0. Therefore, x equals 0 is not a solution. And my only solution for this example is going to be x equals 6. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you solve a rational equation. Thanks.